How about
True.
no one identified as a feminist? Not a single one?
They may not know what that means.
But bro, when I asked them,
They really
all of them
do.
said they all should have the right
What
to
is a
vote.
feminist?
That's a
Feminist
feminist idea.
But what does that have to
But that
do
doesn't
with
mean what's
it?
feminist.
Because the modern-
opinion.
Hold on. Let's see how smart they are.
No, don't
What-
skip.
what is-
no,
what
no,
is
skip me.
feminism?
Skip me. Skip me.
What is
Skip me. No,
feminism?
skip me. Myron, skip me. I'm not
Incredible.
answering this.
What is feminism?
Yes, I don't want to get roasted.
It's mind control. Okay, what is feminism?
Like pro women's rights.
Pro women's
mostly.
rights. Okay, what about you?
I think the same thing.
Pro women's rights.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Pro women's rights?
The stance
What about you?
on women.
What is feminism?
I just don't identify as one, so I don't really know.
But what is it?
But I feel
But
like
no. But you said all women should vote.
I don't think
No,
I
saying
said
that she can't
everyone
vote
should have a right, but I also don't
means
think
I'm a
that
feminist.
subscribing to one ideology makes you a feminist.
When I said, do you think women should have the right to vote? You said yes.
Okay, but I don't believe that that makes me a feminist. I don't
feminist, yeah, I don't-
identify.
I will
as
tell
a
you why now,
feminist.
because you don't know the definition of feminism. What about you?
It just sounds like a dog whistle term.
Tell us the definition after.
Hold on, I'm asking. What about you?
I'll answer.
I don't. What was it?
What is the definition of feminism? What is
Oh,
it?
the women's.
Pro
like-
women?
Yeah, but I think that it comes off very negative. So.
Hilarious. Okay,
Yeah.
what about you?
The same thing they said.
Okay, ladies, this is fucking incredible. It's really just equality between the genders.
Isn't that which we
I
should
don't
all
think it
be
comes off
equal?
that way though.
That's what
I
is
agree.
defined as a
Okay.
dictionary, but that's not what it's
See,
about.
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
what I
I
said.
don't
That's
think
why I
we should
can't
be
say I'm
equal
a
to a man
feminist
because
because
Yes,
it's
that
not
is
a
the
man
dictionary
can do that.
definition.
But it's
Look,
not like that.
Ladies, he asked a very simple question. How many of you are feminists? None of you said that you were. But when I asked the question earlier, should women have the right to vote? You all said yes.
So technically, I guess
Which
we are.
infers that you believe in equality between the two
But
genders,
that don't
which
mean on
actually does make you
everything,
a
though.
feminist.
That doesn't mean you on everything.
Why
Like,
can't we all be equal?
that's
That's
just
just
equal
equality.
voting. That's
I
not
don't
equal
think
in
that's
every
feminism.
aspect in
But-
life.
but
That does
that's
not
the
make you a
point, though.
feminist.
You want to do what men do, basically.
All right, ladies, let's go through this step by step. He asked, who here is a feminist? None of you said you were, right? None of you said you're a feminist. Cool.
Every aspect in life.
But earlier in the show, I said, should you have the right to vote? All of you pretty much said yes because of equality. You do understand that feminism is equality between the genders. So by definition, you guys actually are feminists.
Okay.
Since if you believe women have the right to vote,
Okay.
you are by definition a feminist
I
because
mean,
you
that's
want
fine.
equality.
Does it matter?
Equal
we are,
voting
I
rights.
don't-
Equal voting rights.
One
Not
sec, one sec,
equal
one
in
sec, one sec.
every
Go ahead.
aspect in life.
It's not about doesn't matter. It's about you guys try to identify yourselves because okay. This exercise proved something very beautiful. It proved that you guys will claim feminism when it benefits you, but then you will also claim I'm just a lady when it benefits you.
I don't think I've ever.
That's the
claimed
reality.
feminism.
That's why
Because when I said, hey, should you have the right to vote? All of you were like, yeah, we should.
Human
Then he
rights.
asked,
Girl.
how many of you guys are feminists from the frame of, like, for a relationship purpose? None of you said
What do you
affirmed.
think about that?
What do I? Okay.
That will-
Okay.
I'll wait for Myron to finish.
Yeah. Let me
When
let
Myron
him
finishes
finish.
his point, I'll chime in.
Yeah, like, do you guys not see the wild, like,
The hypocrisy, no,
Yes,
of course. But at the
hypocrisy
same
there.
time, I just feel like
that's the problem
I
you
do
feel.
think-
You don't know anything. Look, and this, because you can't sit there and say, oh, we should have the right to vote, and then he asks, who here is a feminist, and you guys say, no. If you think women should have the right to vote, you're a feminist.
Okay.
Because here's why. You're using equality as the basis as why you think women should vote.
Well, then we're feminists.
So feminism is equality between the genders.
agree with
That's the
Right.
definition, textbook definition.
I
I
want to hear
think
his opinion if
I
you
think
can.
the miscommunication.
It's an opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is, cause it's like we're not we don't want equal rights for every fucking aspect in the world
That's
like,
the point,
we're
though.
just voting like that's not the same thing. So that's why I'm not.
Do you,
feminist, though.
do you understand that the objective definition is equality between the genders, right? So if you say women and men should be able to vote,
On certain things, feminists they want to be equal in everything. Like we're not equal in everything.
The
Like, we should not-
miscommunication was the textbook definition of feminism versus this
The social-
generation
yes.
social.
Yeah.
The social,
That's what
like,
the
way that
miscommunication. When most people say feminism, it usually comes with that stigma, like
Oh,
We hate
pro
men.
women.
The short
Dildos
blue
for
hair,
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
the piercings, the short
Right,
blue
but-
hair.
but
men.
Feminism by
He's right.
textbook definition. We're not saying that you're wrong. We're just saying when
Yeah.
you said it, we
Myron's right.
miscommunicated it in a way where you meant this generation's version of a feminist.
No, what just transpired just now is how women move. You guys adopt feminism beliefs and feminism ideologies when it benefits you, but then you relinquish them when they don't benefit you, which proves the ridiculous double standard, because women want to be treated as equals, but at the same time, you guys want a guy to be the leader and the protector and the provider. So in other words, you want all the benefits with none of the responsibility. And this is the wild double standard that I've exposed for many years now when it comes to women and how you guys move.
So you like when a woman is submissive?
I mean,
I didn't say anything about me.
That's basically.
I don't know how you extrapolated that, but
That's
like,
what
where'd it
you're
come from?
saying. That's what you're saying. That's the type of women like.
no,
You think
I'm
we should
simply
be?
I'm simply stating something that I've observed over talking to 3,500 plus women, that you guys only adopt feminist ideologies when it benefits you.
I don't think so.
So, but what about the people that didn't adopt
If
that,
we
like,
said
saying
that we
weren't
didn't
feminists?
believe, if we went against it and we said women shouldn't have the right to vote, what would you call us?
I would say,
That
well,
what- by
you might not be
by
a
definition.
feminist. You might not be a
my
feminist.
God.
What's
Might
the word?
not.
Okay,
The word might
be
not.
a
Every
feminist
woman
is
is
a
a
word.
word.
Right? So what would you call it?
You might
Not-
not be a feminist.
No, but that's not a word. That's you're talking about definitions. If we're being on paper, feminism is a definition. So
Yes.
if we're not feminists and we say, okay, forget it, we can't vote, what would you call us?
Well, then I'd have to
By
ask you other
definition,
questions.
that's sexist. So and what
Reality
is
is
sexist?
sexist.
Right, but it's
Reality is sexist.
it's social views of being sexist versus actual like definition being sexist. So everything comes with like a. You can't really put a plaque down on certain things because everybody is gonna come with like a different thought behind it.
That's true.
I don't even know what you said, bro. Like, look.
They agree. Some of them agree.
Yeah, they're agreeing because you're a woman.
I don't know.
Like-
Some of them agree.
No,
so I don't
look.
know.
If you, let's say hypothetically, you said, "Oh, I don't think women should have the right to vote." Cool. In that regard, you don't have a feminist ideology. But I guarantee you, there's somewhere else that you would have a feminist ideology. I mean, you know, hold on, no, stop, hold on. You're okay with blatantly disrespecting your man? That's a
me?
feminist tendency. Yes.
I'm not. How is that a feminist tendency? What if he disrespects me? You're not in a relationship.
Men and women aren't the same.
To you.
No, they're not.
I'm not.
That's everybody's
Yo,
opinion.
do I got a fucking?
It's to each his
Everybody
own.
has
Everybody has
an
their own
opinion.
It's to each his own.
So a
But
man
everybody
could
has-
disrespect
but
a
that's-
woman,
I'm
but a
trying to
woman
prove
can't be
his- that's what I'm saying.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
I am trying to prove his point. That's the point. It's what if it's not the textbook the way he's saying, what's his actual, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you get honest on what I'm
So you're trying to clarify his definition of what feminism is, right?
No, he's saying that I have feministic tendencies, and feministic tendencies,
Yes.
example, are disrespecting a man, right? What if the man is a piece of shit? What does that have to be?
Women shouldn't be your man.
You choose
But
it.
no, I'm not talking about my man. I'm not talking about my man. Big up my man wherever you are, boo.
Until he spills water.
So now he's cool.
He's always cool guy. I said I'm the problem. I'm grown enough. I'm an adult, y'all. I take accountability for everything I do. If I argue a lot, That's just me. That has nothing to do with my where I'm from, who I am, where I'm raised. I'm an argumentative person.
That's
That
kind of
doesn't
a,
make me feminist
that's a
because I
feminist
might argue with
quality.
bitches
That's
too.
what
That's another
Because
trait.
I might argue with hoes
Someone being
too.
straight.
That's another
Labels
factor
are
for
kinda
being feminist.
stupid,
Yeah.
That's all.
So you never. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
like
Okay,
traditional
but
women in the
labels are
1800s,
just-
Hold on, this
1900s
went
were
over
not
everyone's
argumentative.
head. So I think we should just, because you always
Yeah.
want to fight this tooth and nail, but there's no point.
Yo, like, because she said, "Oh, well, let's say I didn't say I think women should vote. Would that make me a feminist?" Well, we would have to know a little bit more about you, right? Because just because you don't think, okay, that's one example. Okay, I don't think women should vote. Does that mean that you're a feminist or not? We don't know yet. But then her tendencies where, well, I think I should be able to argue with a man, or I'm going to talk back or whatever. That's a feminist tendency because that implies equality, that you could talk back to your man. That is a feminist quality.
So we should allow for the man to disrespect us, but we can't disrespect him back.
Like, I'm not
Well-
gonna let. It's not depending on if it's a man, you know. Like,
Do you
it
talk
could
back
be
to your boss?
anybody.
I did
Some
today,
people do.
yeah.
Some people do.
Hold on, but do you normally?
Oh no.
You don't, right? Because there's a hierarchy.
Yeah, I don't
right?
get fired.
So, but when you talk back to someone, that implies that you guys are equal. You understand? But you don't want to get fired, but so you respect them. Same thing here. She said, "Oh, well, I'll talk back to my man, blah, blah, blah." When a woman talks back to you, it's already implied that she looks at you as an equal because she's talking back to you. Does that make sense? So she might say, "Well, I could have said that women don't have the right to vote." That's fine, but we heard other things from you that infer that you have feminist tendencies, like talking back to your man. You don't understand a hierarchy structure. That's typically what feminists do, because feminists think men and women are equal. So you can say whatever you want to say, but you have feminist tendencies. Even if you decide that, oh, well, I don't think women should have the right to vote, but I could talk back to my man, that's a feminist tendency.
Just picking and choosing, basically.
Everyone
I don't
talks
mind
back
being
to
a
someone.
And that, again, goes back to my main argument. Women pick and choose when they want to be feminist, but then they also pick and choose when they want to be a lady.
What's wrong with that?
That's the.
See? That's the point,
Look,
bro.
we can move on, man.
Yeah, man.
I guess not all women are feminists.
Stupid ass in the chat, simple for her, bro. Y'all niggas is dumb.
Yeah.
Can you leave
Holy
them
shit, you guys can't even see the argument itself proves.
Do you apply that same
Guys,
concept to like all
message
labels?
What? Oh, what?
Oh,
Like all labels?
Me
That's
in
crazy.
general?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
do you
would
mean
you
by-
apply that same concept
crazy
to like other areas, other aspects, like political parties? Like if somebody said that they were a liberal, or if they said that they were, I don't know, a conservative, like would you apply that same thing? Like say that somebody was
No,
like, I'm
because there's
super
way more
conservative.
nuance. There's way more nuance. Like there's people that are in the center, there's people that are center right, there's people that are left, there's people that are far left, there's people that are far right. So, you know, there's way more nuance when it comes to political
I just feel like if
ideology.
if a conservative were to say to you that they believed that gay people should have the right to get married, you would look at them crazy. No?
If a conservative told me that gay people should have the right to get married,
Would you tell them that they're not conservative?
well, here's a problem. The conservative party is becoming more. A lot of Republicans would say that they think that gays should marry. Actually,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. At what point do we start to adapt the label to fit what time we're in? Because if you ask
well,
somebody
that's
who's super
precisely the
Republican,
problem. That's precisely the problem.
right? So how do you dismantle that? Because the women who are saying that they wouldn't identify with modern day feminism aren't necessarily saying
You
that
fix
they,
that by rights away.
Okay.
How dare
Because
you?
look, the reason why is because when you look at leftist ideology, Marxism, all this other stuff, it's almost always pushed by women.
Push the liberal ideology.
Yes, but it gets more and more far left. For example, you take someone that was a Democrat 10 years ago. That person would be considered a Republican today.
No, it is, yeah.
Yep.
Because we've gone further left. So when we go further left, the Overton window shifts.
Yeah.
And what's up? People that were considered Democrat now become Republicans.
By the way, that
Because
wasn't a
the
bad
left
question.
goes loonier and loonier and loonier and loonier.
But I think that feminists are going loonier and loonier and loonier and loonier. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, and they are some of the biggest chargers when it comes to pushing liberalism.
And that's
Feminists.
why a lot of women don't want to agree with that. And I get what you're saying. You're saying that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't pick to have equal rights on one thing and not on another. But again, you're saying that it's not opinion based, but to say that
I was
for
going
politi-
strictly off the definition.
Okay.
That's why I was going off the definition. By definition,
That's what I'm saying. That's what
And
we
listen,
figured.
and maybe
like
they,
how you interpret it is one thing, but I'm using
Yeah.
the actual
Well, then,
definition.
yeah.
The
We never
definition of
knew that.
feminism is equality between the two genders. That's what it is. So, you know, and or to imply it. And I would say a lot of women's behaviors imply feminist tendencies. Being able to vote, talking back to a man, not understanding hierarchy, right? I would argue most women, they don't treat their boss on that feminist bullshit. They don't talk back to him, but they'll talk back to their man.
Yeah, but that's our
Yeah.
job.
But said
What's your
equalities
job?
have changed over
But that's
time.
I mean,
your man-
I
your
can't
man
talk
should rank
back to
above
my
your
boss.
boss.
And
That's my job.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
your man
So
ranks above
you
your
will
boss.
submit
Is
more
he
to your
paying
boss
me?
than your man. That's literally what it means.
I wouldn't
You're
talk back to
toast
my
to
man.
your
I'll go
boss.
fucking
Yeah.
choose
Yeah.
one on.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
pay my
Five
bills
years
yesterday and today
You're
with my
ready,
boss.
yeah.
number
But
one thing you want
that
is
wasn't a bad
provider.
question, by the way. Okay. We got any more chats here, Bills?